Once upon a time, in a room tucked away from the world, four candles stood in silence. Each had its own unique purpose and story to tell. But as the night deepened, they began to flicker and wane, their flames fighting against the encroaching darkness. The first candle, representing hope, burned brightly, casting its warm glow across the room. Yet as the hours passed, the wind of doubt began to creep in. The flame of hope flickered, shivering with uncertainty, as if it too began to question its ability to stay alight in the face of all the suffering and despair in the world. It was a candle that had held strong for so long, but now it was beginning to fade. "I cannot stay lit," the candle whispered, "for the darkness is too overwhelming." And with that, the flame went out, leaving only a small trail of smoke behind. The second candle, faith, stood next to hope. Its flame was strong, steady, and proud. But the world was full of doubt, and the winds of skepticism blew fiercely. Faith was tested, questioned by the challenges around it. "Is there really something worth believing in?" the candle seemed to wonder. "Will I be able to trust when everything around me seems to fall apart?" Slowly, faith too dimmed, its light weakening under the strain of disbelief. "I am sorry," it seemed to say, "but I cannot hold on any longer." And just like that, the light of faith flickered out, leaving only a faint, fragile scent in the air. Next was the third candle, love. It burned with a brilliant and fierce flame, but as it stood there, watching the darkness grow, it trembled. The world had tested it time and again, and love had been hurt, betrayed, and abandoned. "Is it worth it to keep loving when it feels as though love is always lost in the end?" the candle questioned. The flame shivered with pain, for love had been burnt and scarred so many times. It wavered, feeling the weight of grief, loss, and rejection. The flame grew weaker, and love too, like the others, flickered out, unable to withstand the storm any longer. And then there was the fourth candle, peace. It stood in the center of the room, calm and steady, untouched by the winds of doubt, grief, or fear. The room had grown darker with the extinguishing of the others, but peace still burned, its light soft and enduring. Even as the room seemed to be consumed by shadows, peace remained unaffected. It had weathered every storm, for it understood that true peace didn't rely on external forces. It came from within. Peace had learned that no matter how fierce the winds or how dark the night, there was always a quiet center, a space untouched by chaos. It was in this stillness that true strength and clarity could be found. As the darkness began to press in on the room, the remaining flame of peace spoke softly to the others. "Do not be afraid," it whispered. "You can always find the light again, even in the darkest of times." And with these words, something miraculous happened. The smoke of hope, faith, and love began to swirl around peace's flame, not as a sign of defeat, but as a reminder of what they had once been. The flame of peace did not extinguish them. Instead, it embraced them, gently bringing them back to life. Hope began to flicker once more, stronger and brighter than before. Faith found its footing again, renewed in its belief. Love reignited, full of warmth and compassion. The room, once again illuminated by the combined flames of hope, faith, love, and peace, showed that even in the face of despair, there is always a way to overcome. The lesson of the four candles is a reminder that no matter how dark or painful life may seem, there is always the possibility of renewal. It teaches us that within every challenge, there lies an opportunity to reconnect with what truly matters. The hope to carry on, the faith to believe, the love to share, and the peace that grounds us. Even when all seems lost, the story of the four candles reminds us that we can always light our own flame. We can find hope again, trust in the goodness of the world, love without fear, and embrace the peace that comes from within. In this way, we can overcome even the deepest despair and rise from the ashes, stronger and more radiant than before.